All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Park and Recreation Advisory Committee meeting. Today is October the 16th, 2023. We have a quorum, and I call this meeting to order. First line of business is I need a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve from Ms. Davidson and a second from Mr. Autry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, we'll jump right into it. I guess goblins and goodies. Is that Miss Kathy?
It is. Goblins and Goodies, and the Zombie Night is this Saturday, October 21st. From the Goblins and Goodies is 2 to 4, and then the Zombie Night starts at 5. Right now, we have about 30 booths registered. I've got 2 face painters coming. They're going to paint the kids' faces for free. Zombie Night from 5 to 6 is a dance-off. Steve will be the DJ. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll present the top 3 dance winners with gift cards. And then the movie will start around 6:15, 6:30, and it's the Addams Family 2. It is animated.
David,
Sir.
what's the weather going to be like?
Excellent. Have you looked that far ahead?
I have.
It looks excellent.
It
doesn't
looks excellent.
That's right.
Anybody got any questions or comments about the goblins and goodies? And next up will be Veterans Day.
All right, our Veterans Day ceremony is November 11th at 11 a.m. We have moved it to City Hall again this year. Right now, I've got 2 speakers lined up, Brian Morris and Bill Timpson. I am still trying to get a 3rd speaker. The Laverne High School choir member, the choir director, has suggested one of the members to sing the national anthem. I've reached out to her, so she will sing it. A Rolling Thunder member will play taps again this year, and then PD will do the 21 gun salute.
And we're doing that here in the boardroom.
In the boardroom, correct? Yes.
Kathy has asked me, I'll ask you guys, we need one more speaker. I'll ask the people that may be watching at home. We'd like to have a ex-military person that can speak for Veterans Day.
About a 10-minute speech.
About 10 minutes, preferably someone who can not only talk about their experience briefly, but can communicate the meaning of Veterans Day and such to the people. So if you all know of anybody, reach out to Kathy. And I thought about Rick.
Already tried him.
But Rick's like me. He don't do good speaking.
Well, just out of curiosity, I don't know if you've had him here to speak, but the gentleman that posted the signs out for veterans out in the parking lot, he came before the county, and I thought he came before the city. Big veterans, so.
Okay.
Yeah, if you could think of his name or
Well, it was
whatever.
he came and did a presentation for the city, and now you have the parking spaces out there. So you might have to
Okay.
dig
That
through.
he helped coordinate, get those the reserved parking spots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know who to ask for now.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Any questions? All right. I know this is one that everybody's looking forward to. It's probably Andrew about the soccer.
So far, the RFP, the city attorney has that, so once he approves all the language, that will go live on the city webpage. And as far as back in August, when GIF came out, he has reached out to me last week, so he is still interested as far as putting in his proposal. So, but once we get that, of course, we'll notify him, and then whoever else wants to place a bid for rec league soccer here in Laverne.
Just throwing out, let's say, so today is the 16th. Let's say we put the RFP out November 1st. how long will it stay out before they'll shut it off?
Felicia may be better able to answer. Is it 2 weeks?
We keep it out at least 10 days to 2 weeks. So, I'm looking at a calendar. If we got it out the first, which it wouldn't go out the first, it would go in the paper on a Tuesday. So the first Tuesday we could get in the paper, we would have it within 2 weeks. We would schedule it for 2 weeks, unless they decided to go, some things like that, we'd go 3 to 4 weeks just to give them more time to come up with what they want to do. Because an RFP is totally different from a bid. A request for proposal is them telling us what they're going to do for us.
So the
A bid
early,
is pretty strict of this is what we want, bid on just this.
so with everything being equal, the earliest that it would,
Evan got that last week, so I'm hoping that sometime this week we'll be told that it's okay.
when did he get it, Felicia?
Last week.
We won't go there. So with everything being equal, December's meeting for Boma?
We would ideally like it it would have to come before this board, whichever organization or multiples to present. Our next meeting looks like it's the 20th of November. I don't know if that's probably gonna be pushing it. I don't wanna say that's pushing it, but that may be pushing it. So whatever we do, we would like for it to come before this board. If it pushes into December, I don't believe we have a meeting scheduled for December. So hopefully we can go ahead and get that out and hit that time frame of here in November.
And I'm gonna turn to Laura. I've been meaning to ask you, and I completely forgot. Have you heard anything else about the green space down there where you live?
So at our homeowners association meeting, we cannot take any further steps until we are sent a proposal from the city of Laverne. So that's where we're at, because it would be a lease option. And so we can't come to you because obviously it's ours. And so the conversation leaned towards, you have to come to us. So we want to lease this piece of property for X amount of time, and this is what we're willing to do with it. So that's up to you.
The last time we leased that piece of property from them, what did we pay? Anybody know?
$1.
That's what I
And
was.
that's not what the board, I don't believe they're willing to consider that at this time. But you submit your proposal, and then we can come back to you with thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you my thoughts about that.
Well, you asked.
Any more questions?
No, well, the thing about the soccer RFP, I'm 100% behind soccer. We need it. This community has longed for soccer.
Absolutely.
But going into it, when and if we do get some proposals in, just say it's multiple or it's a single, we all need to think about, can we provide what that organization is going to need? Or is that organization going to be bigger than us and outgrow us? Is the city going to be willing to put forth the resources to make sure it thrives? Right now, we have limited green space. Is it prudent to bring in an organization that is already established, that's bringing teams in here? I don't know. That'd be up for this board to decide. We move forward, though, I think we need to keep our focus on what's best for the rec league kids and not. We've been down the road of travel ball and organizations that cater to that, and we saw where that got us. And we're just now getting our head up out of water with an organization that's coming in doing the right thing. Not saying any organization would not do the right thing. I just don't want us to put the cart before the horse and say, yeah, we have to have it here so bad, and then we get an organization that is going to make demands on us that we're not going to be able to fulfill, if that makes sense. you know.
Yeah,
So everybody can go by and say, oh, there's open green space right there, let's throw a couple nets out there and play. Ideally, that is a good idea, because my kids did it when they were little. They don't need a whole lot of structure. 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds don't need a whole lot of structure, but when you got an organization in here that is making money off of concession stands, how do we provide that? You know, so there's a bunch of moving parts to it. I definitely think it can work out. I definitely think it's something that we have missed, but I just, you know, I want everybody, and I don't seem like I'm preaching. I just want everybody to go into it with an open mind and saying, yeah, we can do it, but there's going to be some growing pains.
that we
Definitely will be.
absolutely
absolutely see
agree with
that.
you. We have said from the first day we started this conversation on this board, rec ball has to be first. And while there may be organizations that have other teams out there, then that means they currently have somewhere. This coming to Laverne with soccer is going to be a brand new start for our kids, and they have to be first. And I'm just not willing to give in on that at all. I see these kids every day, and they are just finding any kind of green space to play soccer in. So now let's give them a structured environment to play in and watch them grow from that. So I agree with you. I do want us to be very careful with this RFP and making sure that the main focus is on our rec kids.
I think it'd be real important for any organization that we award this to understand that where we are as well, and know that, you know, we're not going to have all of these great facilities for them to come into right off the bat. And, you know, things will have to, you know, they'll have to work with us as far as what they need and what we can provide and how we can make things better, you know, one step at a time. I know that some of the things we've talked about were very, very expensive. And I realize that that's not going to happen overnight. So whoever comes in, you know, they need to understand, you know, that this will be an easing in process for both parties, I think.
It's gonna be a work in progress, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think we can all grow. You know, the city's going to grow. The facilities are going to have to grow. Just at what pace? You know, we don't want to say, yeah, we're promising you this and not being able to deliver. You know, but whichever route we go, it's going to have to come before this board first for approval.
Giles? Anything to say?
I'm in agreement with the board. I believe it'll be great for Laverne, but it has to be a space found for it and feasible for both parties. We can't go into debt as a city trying to appease somebody who might leave just because we're not growing as fast as they would.
Andrew?
I agree with Giles. I mean, he said it, hit the nail on the head, basically. You know, our main concern is we don't want to provide a league with expectations and not be able to provide the resources in a couple of years. Because we don't want to have the same scenario where, you know, our baseball league, we've had so many different organizations come in. We don't want to start that with soccer. We want somebody that's going to be established and be here for the long haul, 10, 15 years minimum, and not just come in here 2 years and bail on us. Just because, like I said, the city's not able to, or whatever the case may be, not be able to put the resources up here. And because 2 years is it sounds like a long time, but it's not. It's overnight, basically, for the city.
Well, and when you're starting from scratch too, so I'm kind of hoping that whoever we get is thinking long-term, and they do want to be here with us and work with us to help bring the amenities that they want, that we want. So that's ultimately, I think that would be the best fit for us as somebody that wants to grow with us.
And they're gonna have to be willing to put something into it too. They can't expect us to, for example, go up there and put turf on that football field, and that's just not gonna happen in the next couple of years with the city. We don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, and I think somewhere, when it all comes down to it, we can find a happy medium somewhere. Steve, I've heard you say it 1,000 times. Kids don't care where they play. Throw some nets up there. And we do have some green space. It's just, is our green space going to be, is somebody willing to accept what we have to offer more so than us accept what they have to offer?
All right, good discussion. Parade of Lights.
Parade of Lights this year is on December 2nd. It will have the Winter Festival from 3 to 8. Parade will start at City Hall at 5 p.m. and end at the park. We'll have the same format vendors. The choir will sing national anthem. We'll have the tree lighting. B&B fireworks, we'll do the fireworks after the tree lighting. Pictures with Santa. We do have a grand marshal in mind, and we have 2 themes that we would like y'all to help us narrow down to one, that both those themes would fit the grand marshal that we are extending the invitation to. It's one of them's Peace on Earth, and the second one is I'll Be Home for Christmas. Both of those fall in line if this person accepts.
Will you email us? Or
will.
is that something we don't want to talk about here, do we?
Yeah, I think we can talk about it
Yeah.
here since it's an organized meeting.
Yeah.
Well, if there's 2 of them, we're supposed to choose between them?
Right, the 2 themes. There's one
But
grand
not
marshal.
there's not 2 people.
No, it's one person that
Okay,
we've
then I'm-
extended the invitation to, but
Then I'm
both
out,
of these.
I'm anxious to hear the person.
She can't tell you. Gotta
That's
pick
what
your
I
thing
just thought.
first.
I don't
No,
know
I
if they've
thought-
accepted yet.
They've not accepted. I
Oh.
thought you meant, could you make a decision on one of the?
No, that's why I was saying, can you,
No, not until, unfortunately, till I get,
okay.
yeah.
And,
I'll Be Home for Christmas, I think sounds better.
I think that's pretty cool. The other one, of course, Peace on Earth is pretty cool too, so they're both, but what about the skate rink, Andrew?
So we'll be putting that up, of course, the same as we've done last year over there on the tennis court. And if you want the dates, I can give you the official dates. Let me
Yeah, that's why
pull
I'm
those
asking.
up for you. So the first day of the ice rink will be December the 1st. That'll be it's a Friday night, 5 to 9 at night. On December the 2nd, which will be the day of the parade, it'll be open from 12 to 8. December the 3rd will be 12 to 6. Then we'll have Friday, December the 8th, 5 to 9. Saturday, December 9th, 12 to 6. Sunday, December 10th, from 12 to 6. And then our last weekend will be Saturday, December the 16th, from 12 to 6. And then Sunday, December the 17th, from 12 to 6.
You guys will be posting those hours.
Yes, that'll be posted out on social media.
What day will be the, for
Special needs.
special needs?
We haven't picked a date yet.
Okay, but as Rick said, you'll be,
Yeah, that'll be,
We are planning on having at least a couple of hours set aside for a special needs gate.
and what time's the parade start?
the parade starts at 5 p.m.
From City Hall?
from City Hall, and it'll end in the park at the Winter Festival.
Will the skating be the same process? You get tickets, hot
Yeah.
cocoa,
Yeah.
come back?
Same as last year. You sign a waiver, get your skates. We did hot cocoa and stuff on the parade night. Usually the other nights it's just come and hang out and skate.
Gotcha.
So, let me see if I can throw her under the bus here. Is Sheila and she gonna be setting up the senior center and having cookies? Oh, she is. Well, I feel good then. I thought maybe I had something going on.
No, we told them we wouldn't change anything, so that was part of it last year. No sense in not doing it again. They need to keep going with what they've got.
So you're gonna make the cocoa and bring the big coolers out and cookies? Awesome, awesome. Any questions from the board before we,
Well, as far as the theme, did we have a majority on that? I know a couple said, I'll be home for Christmas.
we
sounded
vote
better.
that now? Rick, what do you think? I'll be home for Christmas or peace on earth?
I like peace on earth.
Need it.
Laura,
Me too. Peace on earth.
Felicia?
I'll be home for Christmas.
I like peace on earth, given the climate of the world right now. I think that'd be
Amen.
perfect.
Absolutely.
Amen. That's
So
what-
I don't have to vote, so it
Nope.
sounds to me like peace on earth. I like that. Yeah.
That works.
When you gonna reach out to this person?
I've already reached out. I'm just waiting on a response. So I will hopefully have an answer, I would hopefully no later on Wednesday,
Okay,
so.
all right. So our next meeting, I'm about afraid to say this, our next meeting will be November the 20th.
Friendship is over.
At 6 p.m. Now, that is Thanksgiving week, so that may or may not happen, okay? If it doesn't, then we'll send out an email. Rick, you got any comments before we,
I don't think so. It's been a good meeting. We've covered a lot.
Laura?
Nope. As always, thank you for everything that you do. We appreciate you.
Giles?
No, I agree. Second everybody. Good meeting.
And Miss Felicia?
Good meeting, good conversation.
All right, so peace on earth it is, and hopefully we'll see you guys Saturday. No, I see Rick Friday, because he's got to be a judge at the senior center. And I'll see the rest of you hopefully Saturday at Goblins and Goodies. Be there a little before 2, and hopefully the weather will be really nice if we keep David away. And I'll call this meeting adjourned.